I bet. What's good, YouTube? This is shit. I don't even know the name of the channel, but it's whatever fucking channel the name is. Yeah, so today I'm gonna be giving y'all my weekly outlook for gold. Let's start off first. Let's clear my chart. Every week I like to clear my chart. You do gotta be disciplined to an extent, so let's remove all the drawings. Right, so clean start. We can take out all the alerts, right? And so how I like to start is looking at the monthly. My strategy is pretty simple, to be honest. I don't like to overthink shit. So the month we're on is August. The previous month was July, right? So what I like to do, I like to grab a horizontal line, because I trade the break and retest, right? I trade highs and lows, and I trade like breaks and retests above or below those highs and lows. I'm marking my monthly low, right? This was last month's low, so let's mark it. I like to use orange. Y'all can use whatever color you want. And then boom again. Let's try to see if I can get it accurate. See, I'm a little, because I don't know, I like being accurate. That's another thing. It's mainly zones, so as long as it's in the zone, you're pretty much good to go. So that's the previous month high and low, right? And I drop down. And then also too, I mean, we're ranging on the monthly, so then I like to kind of write down on the sides, ranging macro market size down to 0.5%, right? Just little notes, because I swing trade. I don't intraday trade, I swing trade. So, you know, I'm not always looking at the chart. So this is the week of the 11th. Okay, so cool. So my next thing I'm gonna mark down is my weekly. So for monthly I use orange, for weekly I use purple. But there's a key thing I do that's a bit different when I do my weeklies, right? I mark the previous week, the previous weekly, right? So we got, I mean, obviously this candle right here, very straightforward, right? That's another thing too. I look for straightforward signals, right? The more simple it is, the more easier it is to repeat a process, right? But the key thing I do here that's different, I also mark the previous week, right? I don't mark any other week but the previous week, the last 2 weeks of price action. And then I'll color it like a different shade of purple. I'll probably, yeah, there we go. Previous trades I've taken, they've retested off these levels, and I don't know, it just helps me stay organized, knowing it just helps me stay organized, knowing where I'm at and knowing what's what. You feel me? Honestly, let's switch it. Let's make this dark. So that's that. So and then from here, again, still ranging markets, but we wrote that down already. So we already know in a ranging markets when I've been going to use the full size. And then from there, I drop down to the hourly, and then I switch to high Kanash, which is where I execute the signals I look for. Candles give you more accurate price action, so when it comes to marking my charts, I use normal candles, but when it comes to trading, I use high Kanashi, right? So as you can see here, we got a lot of bullshit, right? So we have the current week, the previous week, we're in a range. Again, the safest trades I'll be looking to take, I'm gonna be looking for this area above the range, right? That's one area I'll be looking to place trades at, and I'll be looking for this area below the range, right? Anything in between that, while yes, I could technically take it, it'd be a risk. And I'd rather trade probability trades, because the fact that it's in between the high and low, that means we could, it's ranging, right? Ranging is what like fucks up, makes people like destroy their accounts and shit. It's been proven, right? So so now from here, take down notes, right? So looking to take long trade here, and trim at monthly high, right? You might be asking, why are you trimming at the monthly high? Why aren't you using a 1 to 2 or whatever, right? So because the monthly level is such a strong level, probability of price most likely hitting it and then reversing, like there's so much stuff that can happen because it's such a strong level. So it could hit, go down, and then go all the way back down, back into the range. It could hit, go up, then go back down, right? So the key thing is you can't really predict price action, right? So the key thing with me is, instead of predicting, let me just use the probabilities of the fact that this is a monthly level. Price most likely is going to get close, or it may hit the level, or it may go a little bit above. But to play it safe, we're going to set our stops for a long trade here at the monthly, right? Cool, that's that. And then now for the next level, right? do a quick little analysis. Okay, so same thing here. Best location for a swing trade, short, trim at monthly. All right, but here's another key factor too, right? So if you look to the left, we have multiple levels. Another thing I like to do too, if there's valid price action to the left, these are areas you kind of expect price to, like, because we're on the higher time frame, so the probability of price like shooting, like it boom and then hits here, and then, you know what I mean, it's more so from here I would set a break even stop, right? So let's change the color to let's change the color to maybe, let's do red since we're doing shorts, and it's another red run, right? First red zone, set break even. Shit, I spelled it wrong. Set break even trade, right? This is just what I do, right? It's really just from previous price action. I've noticed that, you know, if you have zones like this, you can kind of expect price action to lag and then further go down. So there's multiple ways you could use these zones, right? For me, because I'm trying to refine my strategy, I'm just using it as a break-even place, right? But if you're more seasoned, right, you could use this location. Like we could hit here, then we retest again. You could use this zone to add more to your trade, right? But for me, since I'm playing it safe, I'm not really trading aggressively. I just want to get better at my raw win rate trading the strategy. I'm setting it to break even here. I can also put second red zone, trim most of trade, and then if I had it written down already, trim my monthly. Okay, yeah, cool. So now, and then the final thing I like to do, I know my chart's a little messy, but this is just how I trade, right? The final thing I like to do is just draw the pattern I'm looking for, right? We want a clean, straightforward break and retest trade, right? So that's it right there. Just delete that little bugger right there. And then up here, that's it right there, right? Oops. You know, that way I know the pattern I'm looking for, right? And basically that's that. Last thing I do, you know what I'm saying, lock in your, you know, so you don't, because I trade off my phone because I'll be at work a lot of the times when price sets up. So, you know, from here, just lock everything in. And yeah, that is my weekly gold outtake, that weekly gold analysis. So I'm looking to take trades there. And because swing trades take so long to set up, only maybe 1 or 2 trades may set up this week. And these are my most high probability trades, just based off of how break and retest work. And I have notes set, that way I don't forget my analysis. And yeah, so that's my weekly gold outlook. Yeah, peace.